Hi everyone, my name is Emma Schleeper. I'm a senior in industrial engineering.
And I'm Jake, and I'm a senior in mathematics, and today we're going to be presenting to you the industrial engineering video for IGE Day.
Tia talked to you guys a little bit about what industrial engineering is, and I hope one of your main takeaways from that was that there's so much you can do with industrial engineering. Regardless of what you do with it though, one of your main points will probably be improving processes, and that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to take a process we've created, a pretty simple process, and we're going to find ways to make it more efficient. We're going to find ways to eliminate waste, to make the process faster, and to also have a high level of quality. Because it doesn't just matter if you're doing the process faster, it matters that you're also producing a quality product.
Now, the materials you'll need for this activity are 9 pieces of paper,
3 different writing utensils. It doesn't matter what they are, it just matters that you have 3 different ones. We have a pencil, a marker, and a pen.
a ruler,
And then also a stopwatch to time yourself with. We're using the stopwatch on our phone, but you can use the stopwatch on any electronic device or a physical stopwatch if you have one.
Now let's get started. Alright, now that we have all of our materials laid out on the desk, we're going to put 4 of the 6 into different rooms. Now, the first thing that we're going to put into a different room is the paper, and we're going to use my room for that. Now you want to put it into a simple place right where you can grab it as soon as you enter the room. And you don't even have to use your room as the first place. It can be any room, just a separate room from where you're working. And the second thing we're going to put into a different room is our first writing utensil, which is this pencil. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the closet since we don't have very many rooms. I'm just going to close the door just like that. Our second writing utensil, the pen, we're going to go ahead and put in Emma's room. And I'm going to leave it just on the desk, right here. And for our third writing utensil, the marker, we're going to go ahead and put that in the bathroom. I'll show you where I'm going to put it. Put it right here, right on the sink, quick and easy to grab. Now, our last 2 materials that we're going to use for this activity, the ruler and the stopwatch, you can go ahead and leave on your desk. Now, it's important to note that you don't have to use these same rooms. You can use your living room, your dining room, just anywhere else that isn't where you're working from. And now you can pause the video and go ahead and set up that now before I explain to you the process. Now that we've got all of our materials set up, I'm going to walk you through the process step by step. Now, the first thing to do is hit start on whatever stopwatch you're using. The second step is to go get a piece of paper from our paper location and bring it back to the workstation. And set it down just like that. And after that, we're going to go get our first writing utensil. And it doesn't matter which one you get first. So I'm going to go ahead, and since this is the closest one, and get the pencil. Now, in industrial engineering, it's important to have consistency in the product. It's not just about producing it efficiently. So, for our smiley face, we're going to make sure that each one is 6 inches in diameter. And that means I'm going to mark it at 0 inches right here, 6 right here, and we're going to give it a little nose at 3 inches right here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. We're going to line it up the middle one at 3 inches, make a mark at 6, and make a mark at 0. Then, we're going to connect all of these, making a circle, 6 inches in diameter, and give our smiley face 2 eyes, give it a nose, and a little smile. And now, the last step of this process is to deliver it to the delivery location. And this location can be in the same room as your workstation, but it just needs to be far enough away that you have to get up and deliver to the delivery location. Now, you're going to do the same exact thing for each of the writing utensils. And after each drawing, you're going to deliver to the delivery location. And after you're done with all 3 drawings, you're going to come back to the workstation, stop your stopwatch, write down how much time it took for the next part of the activity. And now I'm going to show you the entire process.
Now that Jake's shown you how to do the process, it's your turn to give it a try.
When you're ready, pause our video and head to your workstation. Then start the timer and complete the process.
Once you've completed the process, make sure to stop your timer and write down the time that it took you on a separate sheet of paper.
Then come back to our video and we'll tell you what to do next. Good luck! Now that you've completed the process, you've probably thought of some ways to make it better. In this part, you'll be brainstorming some ideas you may have to make the process more efficient.
You can change anything about the process, as long as at the end of it, you've delivered 3 separate sheets of paper, and each of those sheets of paper has the 6-inch in diameter smiley face on them. You also need to have used 1 different writing utensil for each piece of paper. As long as that's what you've done at the end, you've delivered those 3 pieces of paper, you can change anything else about the process.
Pause the video for a minute and think about some ideas that you have to make the process more efficient. If you're having trouble coming up with some ideas, here are some hints.
Like we talked about at the beginning, one thing industrial engineers try to do is eliminate waste. Waste can take on a lot of different forms in a process. But in our process, one of the big forms of waste is unnecessary walking. You probably noticed it when you did the activity for the first time. You were walking around a lot. Are there any ways that you can eliminate unnecessary walking?
Now it's your turn again. When you're ready, take some of your changes and set up your new process. Then pause the video and head over to your workstation.
Once you're at your workstation, start your stopwatch and do your new process. Once you're done, be sure to stop your stopwatch and write down your new time.
Good luck! Now we'll show you the changes we made to the process. One way to make this process more efficient is to grab all of your materials at once. So when you go to the paper location, instead of grabbing just one, grab all 3 and bring it back to your workstation. Now what would make it even more efficient is to have all of your tools in one place as well. So put all your tools in one place, grab them all at once, and bring them back to the workstation. Now, instead of delivering each of your products to the delivery location after each time you're done, you're going to draw your picture, set it off to the side, and when you're done with all 3 pictures, deliver it to the delivery location as a batch of 3. What would make this process even more efficient is to have both all of our materials and tools as close to the workstation as possible. Now, for our purposes, since our materials and tools are small enough, we can have them all located at the workstation without any problems. But in some manufacturing scenarios, the materials or tools are too big to have at your workstation. But the idea is we want to have everything as close to our hands as possible so we can cut down on unnecessary movement. And that's the entire purpose of industrial engineering, is to make things both efficient, fast, and consistent as possible. Now that you've completed the activity, we hope you've learned a little bit more about what industrial engineering is.
And we hope you enjoyed thinking like an industrial engineer for a little bit. You can use that in any process you see in your day, even your morning routine before school. If you're interested in learning more about industrial engineering, there's a document in the description of this video with extra resources.
Have fun with the rest of IGE Day!